For years, I was obsessed with the rules of money. I read the books, listened to the podcasts, and applied the formulas: budgeting, saving a fixed percentage, investing in index funds, diversifying at index funds, diversifying at everything you're supposed to do, and on paper, it worked. My numbers grew. My net worth moved in the right direction. But a strange, persistent feeling wouldn't leave me. I felt poor, not in my bank account, but in my life. I felt a scarcity that the spreadsheets couldn't explain. The breaking point was a project, an incredibly lucrative job offer, the kind you can't refuse. The salary was astronomical, but the conditions were brutal. Sleepless nights, a stress that felt physical, zero time for anything that wasn't a computer screen. For 3 months, my bank account exploded, but one morning, looking at myself in the mirror, with sunken eyes and a sick pallor, I understood. The transaction hadn't been my time for money. It had been far more expensive. I had sold my health, my energy, and my peace of mind for a handful of digits in an account. In that moment, the entire structure of the financial game collapsed in front of me. I realized the master scam, the illusion we all live in. We've been trained to play a game with only one currency, and while we're busy counting it, saving it, and spending it, we're being stripped of our true riches. The reality is, we never operate with just one currency. We are constantly managing a portfolio of 6 interconnected currencies. The first, of course, is money. It's the most obvious, the one we all see, but the other 5 are infinitely more valuable. The second currency is time. It is finite, non-renewable. Every second that passes is gone forever. The third is attention. It's the focus of your consciousness, the most sought-after resource of the 21st century. Where you put your attention, you put your life. The fourth is energy, your physical and mental vitality. Without it, time and money are useless. The fifth is health, the biological capital that underpins everything else. And the sixth, the most ethereal and crucial, freedom, your ability to choose, your autonomy. Every decision you make is not a purchase, it's an exchange. It's a trade on your own personal currency market. The problem is, most of us don't know the exchange rate. Buying cheap fast food isn't saving money. It's selling your future health for a few bucks today. Spending 3 hours on social media isn't free. It's selling your attention to corporations and your vital time in exchange for cheap dopamine. Accepting that job you hate isn't earning a salary. It's selling your freedom, your energy, and your time for the weakest currency of all. Money? True poverty isn't having little money. It's having a catastrophic imbalance in your life portfolio. It's being a millionaire in money, but being bankrupt in time, health, and freedom. Once you understand this, you stop being a victim of the system and become the manager of your own life fund. And this is where everything changes. Your first tool is the real cost audit. Before any decision, any purchase, any yes or no, you stop asking how much does it cost, and you start asking what is the total cost. That new, latest generation phone. It doesn't cost $1,000. It costs 60 hours of your lifetime working to pay for it. It costs your attention every time it interrupts you with a notification. And it costs a fraction of your freedom by tying you to an ecosystem. Is that exchange worth it? That promotion that involves more travel. The salary increase is visible. The hidden cost is the time away from your family, the energy burned in airports, the health deteriorated by jet lag and poor diet. When you put it all on the scale, the offer might suddenly stop looking so attractive. This leads you to apply strategies that seem strange to the rest of the world. You start to practice life arbitrage. Can you pay someone to clean your house, do your grocery shopping, or handle tasks you hate? If the money you pay buys you more time and energy than it costs you to earn it, it's the best investment you can make. You are buying life. You become an attention guardian. You treat your focus as your most sacred asset. You disable 99% of notifications. You work in uninterrupted blocks of time. You consume content deliberately, not passively, because you understand that companies don't sell you products, they buy your attention. And you've decided to stop selling. You begin to see sleep and exercise not as luxuries, but as capitalizing your energy and health accounts. Every hour of quality sleep is not lost time. It's a deposit that will give you exponential returns on your ability to think, create, and enjoy the next day. It's not an expense, it's an investment in your productive capacity. As I started living under this new paradigm, I began to find echoes of this idea in unexpected places. It wasn't that I was looking for validation, it was that, by having the right map, I started seeing the same landmarks described by other explorers, sometimes centuries before me. I stumbled upon the work of Herbert A. Simon, a Nobel laureate in economics. He coined the term bounded rationality and talked about how attention, not information, is the scarce resource in the modern world. Decades before the internet existed, he had already identified that our cognitive capacity, our currency of attention, was the real bottleneck to making optimal decisions. The economic system knows this, and it's designed to exploit that limitation. Then, I went back to the Stoics. Specifically, Seneca. In his essay on the shortness of life, he writes something that sent a chill down my spine with its modern relevance. He says, "No one will bring back the years. No one will restore you to yourself." He lamented how men are stingy with their money and property, yet incredibly wasteful with their time, the one thing of which they should be. He already understood that people were trading their most valuable currency, time, for the most trivial things. Even modern neuroscience backs this up with the concept of decision fatigue. Every choice we make, no matter how small, consumes our currency of mental energy. That's why, after an exhausting day, we're more likely to make poor financial or health decisions. It's not a lack of willpower. It's an energy account in the red. The system knows this, which is why temptations are placed at the end of the day. At the supermarket checkout, on your phone's feed. And I saw a distorted but powerful reflection in the FIRE movement: financial independence. Retire early. Its practitioners make one of the most extreme trades. They brutally sell a decade of their time, energy, and freedom, living on the edge, to buy decades of absolute freedom later on. We may not all agree with their exchange rate, but they, at least, are aware they are making a trade. They've understood that money is just a means to buy another currency. In the end, all these pieces, from behavioral economics to ancient philosophy, fit together to reveal the same truth. The game they force us to play, the one of accumulating money as the ultimate goal, is a distraction. It has a magic trick that diverts our focus from the real show. The constant exchange of the 6 resources that make up the entirety of our existence. True wealth isn't measured by what your money can buy, but by everything you wouldn't be willing to sell for all the money in the world.